Hey, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the lives, careers, and quirks of Hollywood's finest. Today, we're putting the spotlight on a star who defined a generation with her wit, depth, and a healthy dose of sarcasm. The one and only Thora Birch. Now, Thora isn't just another name in Hollywood. Oh no, she's like the ultimate cool older sister of the 90s and early 2000s. Someone who could teach you all about dark humor, being your own person, and navigating the sometimes awkward, sometimes painful realities of growing up. This is the girl who made being an outsider look like the ultimate life hack. If you're watching this and already feeling nostalgic, well, welcome to the club. Thora Birch is one of those rare actresses who's played characters that don't fit the mold, and she does it so convincingly that it feels like she's just living her truth. You can tell she doesn't go for the sparkly, fairy tale roles. No, Thora goes for the characters that are flawed, misunderstood, and a bit rough around the edges. And let's be real, we wouldn't have it any other way. So, if you're into indie vibes, cult classics, and characters with real bite, buckle up, because today, we're diving into the life and career of an actress who practically invented the too cool for school persona. Thora Birch, ladies and gentlemen. An actress who taught us all that sometimes the best way to fit in is to stand out. Let's start with a little bit about Thora herself, because honestly, you need to understand who she is to appreciate her work. Born in Los Angeles to two former adult film stars. Yes, you heard that right. Thora's entry into Hollywood was anything but typical. It's like she was born into the entertainment industry, but with this rebellious twist that made her stand out from day one. She wasn't going to be a cookie-cutter Hollywood starlet. And you can tell she made that decision before she could even talk. Now, Thora's career took off early. And by early, I mean she was acting in commercials before she could even read her lines. She had this natural charisma, this I don't need to try too hard to be interesting vibe, even as a kid. Imagine being 7 years old and already stealing scenes like a pro. Most of us were busy learning the alphabet, but not Thora. She was already on her way to stardom. By the time she hit her teens, she was landing roles that would become iconic. One thing I love about Thora is that she's always gone for roles that push boundaries. Take Hocus Pocus, for example. Yep, the Halloween classic we all know and love. She played Dani, the little sister with a lot of sass. Most kids in movies are just cute, but Dani had spunk. She wasn't just there to be adorable. She had lines, personality, and that memorable sibling dynamic. And you can tell that even back then, Thora was doing her own thing. She wasn't just a background character in someone else's story. She was setting the tone, making her presence known, and adding this unique energy to the whole film. After Hocus Pocus, she started picking roles that were just as edgy and interesting. She wasn't going for the shiny, happy girl next door vibes. No, Thora was getting ready to be the indie queen we all needed. She chose projects that were different, projects that said, this isn't your typical Hollywood star, and that's exactly why you'll remember her. And that's what we love about her, right? She's like the friend who says, let's go on an adventure and not tell anyone. Or, rules? Those are just suggestions, right? But here's the thing, Thora's acting is more than just rebellious. It's deep. She has this incredible way of making her characters feel real, no matter how quirky or out of place they might be. She doesn't just act, she inhabits her roles. And when you watch her, you believe her. Whether she's playing a disillusioned teenager or a lost soul in suburbia, there's this raw, genuine quality that pulls you in. You're not just watching Thora Birch play a character. You're watching someone who's grappling with all the messy, complicated things that make us human. And that brings us to the heart of today's video. How Thora managed to turn these offbeat roles into something iconic. We're talking about films that don't just entertain, they make you think, they make you feel something real. Thora's filmography is like a crash course in complex emotions, sprinkled with just the right amount of sarcasm and deadpan humor. So, join us as we break down Thora's most memorable roles and uncover what makes her one of Hollywood's most unique talents. From childhood roles that were anything but typical to indie classics that cemented her place in film history, Thora's journey is one of a kind. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be as obsessed with her as we are. Alright folks, let's dive into Thora Birch's greatest hits, because believe me, they are hits. From family-friendly favorites to indie classics that left a mark on cinema, Thora's roles are like a guidebook on how to break all the rules and still come out looking like a legend. First up, we have Casper. Yes, the ghost we all wanted to befriend. Thora plays Kat, the girl who isn't just talking to ghosts. She's owning the entire ghostly situation. And let's be honest, we all wanted to be as cool as her, navigating haunted mansions and making friends with ghosts. Only Thora could make chilling in a house with an actual ghost seem like the ultimate sleepover. She didn't just act in this movie. She made it a rite of passage for every 90s kid. Kat was strong, funny, and more fearless than any of us would be in a haunted mansion. And that was the magic of Thora. So, what have we learned here today? Thora Birch is not your average Hollywood actress. She's not the one playing the picture-perfect princess. She's out here bringing depth, grit, and a whole lot of attitude to every role she touches. From Kat and Casper to Enid in Ghost World, she's given us characters that feel real, characters with edges and quirks that make them unforgettable. Thora didn't just entertain us. She taught us that it's okay to be different, that life is messy, and that sometimes the coolest thing you can do is just be yourself. If Thora's taught us anything, it's that the best roles aren't always the ones with perfect endings or easy storylines. Sometimes the most memorable characters are the ones who are a little offbeat, a little complicated, and a lot more real. And Thora? She's the actress who brought that to life, who turned those characters into icons. If you loved this trip down Thora's career lane, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which Thora Birch role is your favorite. Because honestly, we could talk about her all day. And remember, the next time you're watching a movie and see Thora's name in the credits, get ready. You're about to see something real, something unique, and something unforgettable. Thanks for watching, and keep celebrating the stars who don't just play by Hollywood's rules. Until next time.